All right. Love complicated messages. Um, I'm not gonna say the name, but Broidien. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna attempt. You asked. I would love to know who forwarded you to me, or who offered it. You should get a reading from me. I would like to know who the person is, because I'm surprised you're the first person to actually come up to me and say, "Hey, I've been told such and such by somebody, and I'm kind of forced. I have like a gunpoint against my head to ask this person questions." So I would like to. It'd be nice to know. Just curious. You asked me 3 different types of questions, and I hope I can answer them. Hopefully, I can answer all of them. So I'm gonna give it like a three cards for one question per question type of thing. Alright, so the first 3 cards are towards... Oh, you got a lot of people. Anyway, the first 3 cards is for the question, to answer the question of, my book is on my publisher desk, would it pass, kind of thing. And I see that there's a lot of people are looking at your book and trying to cope with your book and trying to understand your views in your book. And I see there's a lot of personality of saying yes and no. There's a lot of yes, we should go forward with it, but wait, we should fix this. There's something needs to be pushed, something needs to be removed, something, I don't like this. So there's a lot of opinions. Not just only your publisher. I think your publisher shared with your book with probably amongst friends or others, and they're probably talking about this book, or she just explained what the book is about, and she's probably asking her, let's just say for her husband or her best friend, what's your view on it? Kind of like getting others' opinions and views, and there's too much in one little box. And maybe you should think of going to a different publisher, or maybe you should try to push her into more, like, hey, what's going on, kind of like egg it on a little bit. And the next 3 cards I pulled out is what your publisher thinks about your book, and she thinks it's probably it's emotional book. I don't know what the book is pertaining to, but I'm sensing that it's just she's compassionate about it, or she's emotional about it. There's some emotions attached to her decisions on this, and what she feels about this book, what she thinks about it, or how horrible it is, or how wonderful it is. And she's very indecisive. You got the 6 of Swords in here, and that means bumpy emotions to it. Ace of Cups and this just means bumpy emotions are very unsure. That's probably why she's asking others to say, hey, what do you guys think? Because I'm on the fence with this situation. And if your book ever get publicized, I think there's too much opinions, and you should try to quiet some of those opinions down by being a little more communicative towards her about these situations. Like, hey, what's going on with my book? I want to know what you feel about it, what you think about it. Don't overwhelm her. She's probably overwhelmed as we speak. But yeah, and you asked something about moving. You said, I think it's so funny. You said, what am I thinking about New Mexico or North Carolina? And you kind of make it sound like I had to do a circus psychic, get in your head and figure out what decision are you really making. But I kind of understand that you're asking what decision should I make and everything. And for once, I've never once been to New Mexico or North Carolina, but I'm sensing a lot of warm humidity area that you should be leaning towards too, because there's great work, and it's a very slow-paced town. Somewhat religious is involved, but it's a little slow-paced town, but there's work there, a tremendous amount of work there, and you're going to enjoy it. Don't know which one. Nothing really come up, as you see, nothing really comes up of saying, describing, here, pick this place. It's you're kind of on the fence too, as well as your publisher about your book. You're kind of on the fence of which way to go. Pick the path that you feel comfortable with, but the path that I'm sensing here is a very warm, windy kind of state. So I don't know which one of those are windy or warm-like state to go to, but pick something that's warm-like, not wet, not rainy-like feeling, but warm. That's what I'm sensing here. So I hope this answers your questions. Get back at me at this if you have any more, comments or anything.